Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, everybody? What is going down? We are knee-deep in this best ball draft. Oh, we just had Caden Ellis go off the board. Shout out to Toyota One up in here. Let's smoke it up, bro. Shout out to Moni. What up, what up? Let's smoke it up, guys. Got my weed, got my bone, yeah. Let's go, let's go. All right. All right. Actually, get this going. One sec. Here we go. Hey, Robert in the house. What up, bro? And for those who are interested in Dynasty, I got a startup Dynasty right now that's filling up and still looking for more people to take over some orphan teams. They are dwindling, but we still got a few left to go. Here we go. Let's smoke it up.
That perfect time. Got to start a little puff give in this motherfucker. Let's show y'all who the real Puff Daddy is.
A lot of IDPs this round. Came in just in the nick of time when all these IDPs are going. We got Caden Ellis, then Jordan Brooks went. Hollywood snatched up Zach Bond. Crispy got Bernard. Mike got Patrick Queen. There we go. What's going down, bro? What up, Mike? And Crispy said, which dynasty? Are you talking about the orphans or are you talking about the startup? It's a $30 super flex. I haven't put it in any of the leagues yet because I'm trying to see if we get some new blood, in there. Because I know once I start posting it in the leagues, we might just fill the whole league up in a second. So see if we can get some. I already got 2 new people in there, so we'll see if we can get a couple new people. Maybe get like half the league of like some newbies or something. And Robert said, for you, experts are saying Sanders is dropping in the draft. You think if he falls to 6, Raiders will draft him? I think he's falling past, I really think that he's going to fall outside of the top 15. I really think that this is going to be one of those things where, everyone thinks he's going, number 1 overall. And, dropping. I really don't think that the Raiders take him at number 6. Because even just look at Pete Carroll. The reason why they were so good is because they got Russ with value later in the draft, not because they picked someone who was projected to be the top guy in the league. I've been saying it this whole year that if this wasn't one of the worst draft classes that we've seen in a while, especially at the QB position, that Shedeur wouldn't even be up there with it's like the top 2 QB. I'm not saying he's not good, but he's not in the SEC. I know he's in the Big 12 or whatever, or Big 10, whatever the hell it is. But every time he's faced good competition, he hasn't done good. They don't have a good line, so he has to throw it a lot. And because they don't have a good line, they never run the ball. And so I don't know. I've never really been sold on Shedeur. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a trade. And agreed, not sold on him at all. Yeah, I'm not saying he can't be a good quarterback and he can't learn, but I'm talking about for everyone who has him pegged as a top 3 pick, top number 2 at the quarterback position, because does he deserve to be drafted? For sure. But I don't see it. I really think he's falling outside of the top like 15. Like maybe it'll be like where, 20, 21, 22. I don't even know who's there. Maybe it'll be someone who trades up for him. But yeah, I'm just yeah. Roberts has a game cock fan. I love the SEC talk, not impressed by him whatsoever. Yeah, and I mean I don't know. It's the hype, man. People just go off of hype like just so much. And yeah, for sure. He's super hyped because he's Deion Sanders' son. But man, just so ridiculous, man. It really is. It really is. All right, let's see what this trade is. Ooh, we got a big time trade here. Justin Herbert, Ricky Pearsall, the 108, 202, and 209 in this year's rookie draft for Burrow, Higgins, Kamara, and the 305. This will be one that I post on social. I've been busy and I have like all these pictures of trades that I need to like make the video for. What up, Chewy? If it wasn't for his dad, he would just be like Spencer Rattler. Probably. And seeing it's not like Spencer Rattler is bad, right? But like he came in and well, okay, sorry. I guess I can't speak for everyone because there was some people who said Spencer Rattler should start from game one, like over Derek Carr. I was just not one of those people. But yeah, if people were already thinking of him as a backup and being like, oh yeah, maybe he gets drafted in the first, but he's probably like a second round pick. That seems more realistic than everyone saying he's going to go in like the top 3 of the draft. Does that kid from Ole Miss go before him? What's crazy is like maybe, but I don't like all this hype, man. Like, I mean, I want to say yes because I feel like he is a better QB, but like, do I realistically think that someone's going to draft him before Shedeur? Like, I don't know. I bet they get drafted pretty close together. But if it was me drafting, I would draft that kid. Who is it? No, not Ewers, but what the fuck's his name? What the fuck's his name? Throw it in there. What the hell's the Old Miss QB's name? I can't think of it right now. I hope they sit him behind someone for a few years, see if he can be decent. Just don't see good if he comes out the gate starting. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, Dart. There we go. Yeah. There's a lot of people who are hyped on Dart right now. That's for sure. And Chewy said, what are your thoughts on the trade? So I feel like I would rather have the Joe Burrow Higgins side, but it's very, very close. Like, I mean, you're really splitting hairs with that because Kamara, maybe it makes a difference for the person's team. I don't know the QBs. I don't know the RBs that they have, but those draft picks, you still got to hit. The 108, the 202, the 209. I've seen people miss with drafts like that. And really, like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, I might want those picks in a different draft because, dude, I mean, the 108 last year could have been Brian Thomas. The 202 could have been Ladd McConkey, depending on what draft you were in. But are we going to find a guy like that? I don't know. But either way, you got to throw some darts at it. That's what it is. Really, everybody outside of the first couple is like a certain level of dart throw, no matter what. Because even last year, remember when Keon Coleman was going around the time of Worthy and Brian Thomas, and I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a couple times where at the 112. Actually, you know what? I don't think I had an opportunity to get Brian Thomas at the 112 now I'm thinking about it. But I know I took Keon Coleman probably over Ladd in like one draft at like the 112, and then he goes at the 201, like right behind. Yeah, and even Dart, like, is he? I feel like he probably is projected more as a second rounder. Let me see. Let's see where people are projecting him. Yeah, amongst a big majority, Dart is projected as an early second. And like we're only a couple years removed from from Malik Willis. Remember when Malik Willis was fucking projected as like a top 5, top 6 guy? And I remember both god damn it, what the hell are their names? Todd McShay and why can I not think? And Mel Kiper, there he goes. Could not think of his name to save my life. Both of them were saying that Malik Willis was going to go to the Titans at number 6 because they needed a QB so bad. And luckily, I mean, it's not like they've been drafting really good, but at least they were smart enough not to do that, because that would have been horrible. And then he ends up going in the 3rd round. I wish I didn't take Keon Coleman. Yeah, I was hoping he was going to be a keeper, but nope. Yeah, I mean, in Dynasty, it sucks because like early in the offseason, like when they started having games and I saw Keon Coleman getting punked at the line and like he probably wasn't even facing like premier cornerbacks. I was like, dude, this kid is in trouble. He literally needs to hit the weight room to be able to get off the line, and it's going to be bad for him. And I'm glad that I didn't draft him in any redraft leagues, like specifically for that reason. But yeah, I'm upset in the places where like I could have took. I mean, I really remember it was just one where I took Keon at 112, and then Ladd went at the 201. Outside of that, I don't even know if I had an opportunity to get Ladd or Brian Thomas when taking Keon Coleman. I think I drafted him in 2 leagues. And as of now, it just seems like 2 wasted picks. All right. All right. Someone's asking me about the best ball tourney. They're like, oh, man, you do it through Zelle. They're like, everyone like who I've heard who does that scam. So I told them, come over to YouTube and get in the chat and ask people if they think that if you guys think that I'm trustworthy or not. And Robert, I got Brian Thomas in the 2nd round rookie draft. You get him in any leagues? Boy, did I, bro. I think I won 7 dynasty championships last year, and I think he was on 3 of those dynasty championships. There was one league where it was a brand new startup, and it's one of those ones where you draft the draft picks, and I drafted like the 105 or the 106. And then I had like the 109 and then like the 201 or the 202. And it took Bo Nix, Brian Thomas, and Ladd McConkey. And dude, that team, because like I was like literally like I was drafting for the future. You know, I drafted some vets, but I drafted a shitload of rookie picks. And just hitting on those 3, that made such a difference because I can't remember who I had my 2 QBs, but I know Dak went down. He was one of them. When he did, Bo Nix was like right in there and it was like not skipping a beat. And Brian Thomas and Ladd McConkey were both in my championship in flex spots. And so, yeah, that was just one league in particular. But yeah, I know I got him in a handful of leagues. I think I only got Ladd in that one league that I'm talking about. I don't think that I got him in any other leagues. I drafted Coleman in a couple last year and was feeling because it was much better options with hindsight 2020. What do you do? Yeah, for sure. And I kind of went in waves, like between Brian Thomas and Worthy. And I was like, damn, am I getting these guys in too many of these drafts? I think I need to diversify. And then I got like Keon Coleman in one. I was like, instead of Worthy. And I was like, fuck, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not diversifying. So trustworthy, you even catch and refund even when you pay twice. There you go. See, there you go. Because sooner or later, you would have noticed, or someone would have noticed. Like I was, the only reason I noticed is because it happened like back to back. Like it was like one, I was like, why did I get another duplicate email when he just paid? And then I like actually logged into the league and saw it. Yeah, I really want to know like who's going to be this year's Brian Thomas and Lad McConkey. Because I'm not saying that people didn't want to draft them. Like, of course, people wanted to draft them, but they weren't the guys who were, they weren't top 3. They weren't Marvin Harrison Jr. or Neighbors, or I mean, Neighbors did good, but still, like Brian Thomas and Ladd, they killed it. Keep Jennings or Cup? Cup was Seattle. What do you think people will get with JJ McCarthy this upcoming year if healthy? I feel like we get I'm trying to think because I really don't think he's even Kirk Cousins or Sam Darnold, like right off the bat. Like I feel like maybe he's like Kirk Cousins on the Redskins, before he came over there, where I think one year he might have hit 4,000, but he was usually just like flirting with 4,000. I traded Lamar for Hurts and Garrett Wilson, keeping Hurts, Wilson, A-Chain, maybe Jennings. Yeah, I mean, who else would, Cup, that's one of your other options. Like, I'd probably keep Cup over Jennings. I don't know. They just, the 49ers, man, like, there's a lot of good things about them, and there's a lot of bad things about them. And it's like, they're really hitting this wall, like, right now. Like, they've kind of just this whole team is just like imploding, Enze, okay. Hey, what up, Derek? What are you smoking on over there, bro? It's time to smoke. Let's get it.
All right. Fire 'em up.
Let me hit that ball.
Ha, nice. Do I finally have a solid 5 core for the next 5 years? I mean, A-Chain's not going to be there for 5 years. Who knows if Garrett Wilson's going to be there for 5 years? And like, I can fucking almost guarantee you won't give 2 shits about Jennings in 5 years. Cooper Kupp either, that's for sure. Hey, look at Crispy getting in the zone.
Get in the zone.
Hollywood, what up, bro? I was talking about your IDP picks a little bit earlier, but man, that is 4 fire IDPs right there, almost in a row. Mixed in Jaleel McLaughlin. But yeah, very nice. Very nice. All right, let's keep smoking. And I wonder if that guy's actually going to come jump in the chat. All right. Smoking on some poison gushers. You mean I'm going to eat this and die, or smoke this and die? 25.98 THC by some new brand name Niche. Okay, cool. Hollywood said WrestleMania next weekend, bro. Yeah, we're definitely going to be hanging out. Me and Hollywood are going to be getting together sometime throughout this WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, I'm excited. Hollywood. I don't even know how many of these Hollywood's been to, but I know he went last year when it was in Philly. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Noble's ass keeps getting in trouble. And like, I already told his mom, like, yeah, he's going. And she's like, well, no. They're like, he's going. It's like, he will hate you forever if he doesn't go. And I was like, if I'm out the money for this, I'm going to be very bad. Hey, there you go. Hey, all right, this is the guy that I was telling you about. He actually jumped in here. Let Owen know if I'm trustworthy enough hosting these leagues that I do, because the best ball tournament isn't hosted through LeagueSafe. And Owen, the reason why it's not hosted through LeagueSafe is because it would be so ridiculous to host this league through it, because when the leagues that I host through LeagueSafe, when they draft, you have to lock them. But I can't do that if people have to keep like paying into it. Last year we had 142 divisions, so that means I'd have to create 142 LeagueSafe leagues, and it would just be a hassle. It really would. So it's a lot easier doing it the way that I do. Crispy said he'd probably pay with the knee check anyways. And Mike's in a bunch of dynasties, and he's also at the dynasties are all through LeagueSafe, and I'm pretty sure that's where Mike met me first, with through the dynasties, and then he hopped in here. And Robert said, yes, Alex is trustworthy. And anybody else, throw in the comments just so he knows I'm not some scammer and scamming people $10 at a time, because that would also be a lot of work. If I was going to scam people, I'd probably go for bigger fish than $10 at a time. And Crispy, absolutely trustworthy. There we go, Derek. Salute, bro. They said, yeah, you good, bro. I want. Yeah, see, Derek won this tournament last year, and there's a short video on the channel showing him getting paid. Yeah, me and Derek, I went to New York, and we literally met in person, and I gave him the check in person. It wasn't cash or anything. You get paid big money, you're gonna get a check. That's kind of the only way. Because yeah, even transferring like that amount of money, it would have been like you like can't even do it. Transfer, like, I mean, and he got paid. What did he get paid? It was like just from this tournament, he had first and second. First was 5,000, second was 1,700, and then he won a dynasty league also. There was a bunch. All right, there we go. Yes, sir. Oh, and we got a draft tomorrow if you want to jump in. There we go. Toyota one said, trust the house. Appreciate you. And Mike said, I'm in like 20 dynasty leagues and my second year of 30 or so in the best ball drafts. There we go. There we go. And right. So here's what you got to do. Okay. We're not going to boot him, because Phil is someone who's been around forever. He's a member on YouTube and Patreon and always gifting memberships. Like he's one of the ride or dies. But just message me or tag me and I will literally text him. Okay, that's what you guys got to remember. Like I try to pay attention to as many of the drafts as I can, but there's so many going on. So just like remember that. Like I'll take responsibility for him. Just text me when tag me when he's on the clock, and I'll text him. Boom. Because yeah, Phil's the man. We're not going to boot him, and he's going to be in a bunch of leagues. Yeah, Phil's one of the ride or dies for sure. And Robert said, next time I go to Vegas, I'll message you on Fremont Street. There we go. And Blaze a fatty. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. There we go. What up, Boondocks? Is it trustworthy? Been in about 30 of these between last year and this year. Appreciate you, bro. These best balls and the dynasties. All right. And if you're still in here, Owen, thanks for hopping in. Because you know what? I'd probably be weary too if I was you. And it's the people who say, oh, you're a scammer, and then like, they don't investigate. You come here and investigate, then you'll get some real opinions from real people. Peace out, Robert. We'll catch you later, bro. All right. Oh, the Van Ginks off the board. All right. Owen said he's joining now. Well, here, because either way, I would need to send you the link. So why don't I just put the link for tomorrow's draft in here? Then if anybody else wants to join, you guys could join at the same time. So today is the NFC division, or no, today is the AFC division, and tomorrow is the NFC division. There we go. Thanks for hopping in, Owen, because we're trying to expand this thing. If we can get to, I mean, last year, you read the bylaws. All those payouts were based on 142 divisions. This one's Division 36, so we still have a ways to go. But we're on pace. We're on pace for about close to 200 divisions. So the payouts will definitely be higher than what it was last year. And the more new people that we could get, just the higher and higher things will go. If you suck at drafting, then very trustworthy. If you're good, then no, complete scam. Oh my god, shit's so funny. Oh man. All right. Hold on, guys. Let me get a song going. I'm doing something in the background here real quick. There you go. Yeah, Robert says over 50. Yeah, combined between the dynasties and these best balls. Hell yeah, Robert's man. Okay. There we go. In the Hustler League, shit, I got paid for fantasy basketball. Salute and all his other leagues. He paid. He always pays, no hesitation. There you go. Yeah. Boom. I don't think the other two winners of the basketball got back to me. IDPs, most of them are for the what's it called? For the 420 crew leagues. But there is gonna be a couple where we just got people who are just off the face of the earth. And yeah, so we're gonna start replacing these guys. Yeah, it looks like we got a couple people in $30 leagues, couple people in the some $55 leagues. And then I have $55 and $81 ones in the 420 crew. So all different levels of buy-ins. We got about 10 more rounds to go. Let's keep this going. Yeah, we got some new peeps who are getting in this dynasty. I don't know how active they will be as far as like getting into multiple leagues, but it's the only way we're going to get new people in here. All right. Uh-oh. K2, he fell for the bait, man. Ah! Yeah. Look at that. There's another person who came like the other troll. I was backed up in the chat. Did you mention the Tyreek news? Oh, no. What Tyreek news do we have to mention? And salute to the troll Joe. Probably about as much attention as we'll give him. Did Tyreek have another kid? Oh shit, domestic dispute with his wife. Exact opposite. Police called after Dolphins Tyreek Hill wife in dispute. What the fuck? This one, Jerry Jones wants nothing to do with Tyreek Hill. Could this be a nasty move to bring him to Dallas? Tyreek Hill was served with divorce papers Tuesday. Tyreek Hill's wife files for divorce a day after the cops respond to an assault. Tyreek Hill involved in domestic dispute with wife. Mother-in-law fears for daughter's safety. Tyreek Hill faces divorce after cops called to his high-rise condo. Tyreek Hill involved in domestic incident, no charges filed. If there's no charges that get filed, nothing's going to happen to him. This was 2 hours ago from CBS. Tyreek Hill involved in an apparent domestic dispute with his wife. Police say the case is closed. Yeah, so I mean, if charges don't get brought up on him or anything like that, nothing's gonna happen. But man, if he has some more alimony to pay, that means he's gonna be going hard and he's gonna be less distracted with his family this season. I wonder if that dude from yesterday just changed his name to Joe. And we already know it's someone who used to hang around this show. You just need to change your name because you're a coward. Hence why I grabbed Waddle in this draft, but still, he's shaky as fuck. Too many distractions. Yeah, but he's always had too many distractions, though. Like, is that not the life of a celeb? Yeah, and he might be doing some things to take his mind off of stuff. He might be. I mean, shit. He's been. Remember that Eddie Murphy commercial? Huh. These are some regular old crackers. Maybe it was something like that. Maybe he was already going out. Maybe he was already going out there trying to check out some new flavors, and that's what brought this whole thing upon. Dude, he better not fucking peace out, Derek. We'll catch you later, bro. Yeah, hopefully we don't see Tyreek like talking about having like 3 more kids next year or something with 3 more baby mamas. Because we know with him it could happen, man. All right, let's get another song going. Dude, my throat just started fucking hurting, man. Fucking annoying, man. You'd shake this. And Jeremy Chin. We got 3 autos in a row right there after Moni picks. It's gonna be fast. Boondocks, he's going on a little IDP tear over there. Those his first IDPs. Yo. Cracked off 6 in a row. Or, well, actually, I should go higher. Yep, those are his first. Cracked off 6 in a row. Waited all the way to the 22nd. Not too shabby of picks, that's for sure, for waiting for so long. Go 3 autos in a row. Boondock's gonna get his 2, and then right back to Moni. Moni's on auto too. Better hurry because you got all those autos in front of you. Everybody autoed. Hopefully that was his pick. Yeah, we're gonna be flying through this if we have 33% of the draft on auto for these last couple rounds. All right, let's see. Let's get another song going. Only the microphone. That's it. And the computer is worth more than the mic, but the internal microphone is bullshit on there. And this should sound like, you know, we're just a professional, just professional show. Boondock said tried something different. This one waited real late for IDP. I mean, man, you're getting all money with them. I mean, you waited for sure, but yeah, I mean, you're getting good ones. 50 needs to hurry up and bring the prequel so we can see Young Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan. So there is speculation that we just saw Young Ghost, like, and he was stealing a 40 from the liquor store, but nobody said his name or anything like that, so we don't know. It's just speculation. You the man, Corey, best fantasy footballer on the internet. How do you not have more followers? We need to get you some sponsorships. I mean, that's really what it is. We need more followers. We need more people telling, more people talking about us. And the more people that watch it, it'll be easier to get sponsors. But yeah, for right now, everything's self-funded. And I mean, I got the iron in a lot of different fires. So, we're able to at least withstand not having sponsors. But yeah, we need more. If anyone knows anybody with any businesses, that's where it's all going to come from. And even content creators, there's content creators who want people to find their channels. Like, any content creators want to sponsor the show. Like, I feel like a lot of these betting guys, they'd probably be perfect. I wouldn't really know like too much about them, but also I just may start giving betting advice. Like, I give great betting advice. I just suck when I take my own advice. But everyone I give advice to always ends up being good. Oh yeah, and actually I did say that I was going to do that because Crispy asked me about that. And I said that I'm just going to start putting some bets out there. We'll make it for paid members only. But yeah. Could be almost a daily thing where I'm just like looking at the lines and seeing what bets I'd make. It seems like the over-unders, like that was the one that I was doing the best at. I guess the pick'em, I was doing really good at the pick'ems where you're just picking winners and losers, not against the spread. Against the spread's always tough. That's where I feel like I always fail. But if I only give the ones that I think are like, the locked and loaded ones versus like being like one of those guys who's like giving like my pick for like every single fucking game and every single over under and every single this and that, and then go and brag when I get like 5 right. I'll just give 5 or 6 and then hopefully we hit those 5 or 6. 30-second round. We are getting closer and closer. All right, Crispy, you get the grade first. Anybody else wants a grade for tonight's draft? Make sure you throw it in now. You can throw it in anytime, but you'll get on the list. So Crispy's going to be first. Mike's getting a bunch of the late QBs here. Crispy got a couple as well. Does he have both? He has both. Let's see. All right, we are almost done. Maybe we'll just start doing Crispy's team right now. We only got like 5 picks left. And okay. So the QBs. Jaden Daniels, JD5 on it. I got 5 on it. Drake May, T-Law, B for the pass catchers. Brian Thomas bringing that average up for sure. IDP, TJ Edwards, Ernest Jones, Logan Wilson, Xavier McKinney. Give it to you. Devin Lloyd. Is that the top 5? Yep. Devin Lloyd's the top 5 for him. Kirby Joseph, Byron Young, Matt Buki, N'Kobe Dean, Cooper DeJean, Sane Ristil, Stingley, Zach Allen, hella late. DeMarcus Lawrence, right? Yeah, because Dexter Lawrence is on the Giants. Yep, DeMarcus Lawrence. The IDP is not too shabby. I'm gonna say a B. And bench. Njoku, Coker, Neal, Noel, Chubb, Gordon, the running back, and Damian Martinez. I think I'm gonna lean a C plus. It's either a C plus or a B minus. So I'm gonna lean C plus on this. So let's see. How did this finish? So it was a B plus, B minus, B, and C plus. Let's see. How's this all gonna average out? Yeah, so this is going to be a B, and this is going to be an 84 overall. All right. There we go. Yeah, QB's bringing this one up, though. That's for sure. And, yeah, everything kind of averaged right to a B, and then we'll take it down 1 point for that C+. That's where the 84 came from. Okay. Boondocks. Let's see, with Boondocks, new deployed strategy. Saquon Barkley, Kyren, Gianti, Judkins. I mean, that's a killer start. I'm just going to give that an A for the running backs. Bo Nix and Goff, that's really good for the QBs. I mean, for waiting, it's not an A, but I'm definitely going to give that a B. And wide receivers, let's see, definitely waited on the wide receivers. Olave, Adunze, Pittman, and Debo. I'm going to give that a B minus, but it definitely has a lot of potential. I'm really excited about Romy Rome this year. I feel like you're getting him almost later than what we got him last year once we knew that he was going to the Bears. IDP. All right, wait all the way to the 22nd. Pratt, Tyrese Knight, Cashman, Demario Davis, Milano. I mean, the top four are money. Milano, not so much. Kaiser White, Humphreys, Tyrell Dodson, Henry H2O, Deshaun Elliott, and that's it. Robert said misspelled Super Bowl champs. Shit. Oh, wait, here we go. 84. So I'll take it. I'm resting a lot of these rookies. Yeah. For sure. Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you. So for this IDP, I'm gonna say B minus. You could have did better. And bench. Where's the bench? Bench. Jonnu. We got some rookie tight ends, Warren and Loveland back to back. Keenan Allen, Dubs, Golden, Scatterbo, J.K. Dobbins, Michael Lloyd. What's Blue's first name? You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Jaden Blue. And Theo Huxtable, Johnson, and Tillman at the end. I mean, with a lot of these rookies, like I said, I'm not really grading them up or down. I mean, except for a guy like Gianti, like we already know, like what his kind of caliber is going to be. Landing spot's going to make all the difference. But like those tight ends, like depending on where they go, could be like really horrible, So I think because of having so many rookies, I'm going to grade it a C plus. It's not bad, and they can definitely outperform that C plus. That's for sure. So all in all, what does this end up being? B for the QBs. A for the running backs. B minus for the wide receivers. B minus for the IDP. And what did I say? C plus for the bench. So let's see how this shapes it out. I mean, those running backs definitely going to bring up the average a little bit. And then you got the QBs that'll bring the average up a little bit. But then you got the other three bringing the averages down a little bit. But because of that A, I feel like it's not going to bring it down. Not going to bring it down past a B. So it's going to be a B. I'm going to say 85 overall. All right. Mike is up now. MN Digger. Here we go. Okay. Out of the 9 hole. Burrow. Mayfield. Gina. That's a good start on the QBs. O'Connell. Browning and Howell. Is that all of them? Is that all 3? Yeah. Style points. I mean, to me, Burrow's an A, Mayfield's a B, and Gina's like a B or a B minus. But you know what? I think I think this is gonna be a B plus for the QBs. Yeah, getting your style points in there. Very solid. Running backs: Montgomery, Tracy, and Jordan Mason. That's kind of like the opposite of how good that the QBs are. I'm gonna say C plus for the running backs. Wide receivers, though, exact opposite of the running backs. Amon-Ra, Nico, Higgins, Jacoby Myers, and Shakira. I feel like I'm gonna give it an A. Like Amon-Ra and Nico. I mean, both of those guys are like up there in the A range. Higgins isn't too far below them, and I just feel like Myers and Shakir, being depth, they're not going to be bringing it down past that. So A for the wide receivers. IDP Patrick Queen. She's a killer queen. Winfield and Buda Baker. A lot of points, a lot of style points there. Grenard, Tremaine Edmonds, Van Ginkel, Jack Campbell, Nixon, Cam Hayward, Trayvon Moehrig. This is pretty much all money right here. Let me see. I mean, top 5. They're probably close to an A, and everybody else the average isn't dipping. So I'm gonna say B plus for the IDP. And then the bench kicks in at Bigsby. So Bigsby, Raheed Shaheed, Jerome Ford, Pat Freiermuth, Wan'Dale Robinson, Rico Dowdle, Gesicki, Justice Hill, Bond, Isaiah Bond, and Noah Gray, and AJ Barner. I'm going to say B minus for the bench. So how does this shape out? So we got B plus, we got a C plus, we got an A, we got a B plus, and we got what did I say for the bench? B minus. Okay. So the running backs, that's what's bringing it down the most here. It's really only the running backs and the bench out of any positions that are below a B, and the bench doesn't really affect my grading too much. Like this one, yeah, I feel like this one is going to be an 87. Yeah. If the running backs were a little bit better, it might have been the DeLorean special, the 88 miles per hour. But yeah, this is a solid 87 right here. Yeah, the running back's a little sketchy, but everything else, very good. And then K2 was after Mike. And K2 is last, unless we got anybody else in here. Running backs weak. Hoping Mason gets the goal line carries. Minnesota drafted different than I have all year. I like this team other than the RBs. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I mean, you pushed off it's just the way it works, right? Whatever position you wait to draft is probably going to be the position that you like the least. Like, it just always works like that. All right, K2. We got for the QBs, Purdy, Fields, JJ. Any others? Dart, Pickett, and Zach Wilson. So for the QBs, I'm gonna say B minus. Let's say B minus for the QBs. Running backs: Bijan, Derrick Henry, Charbonnet. And that's it. I'm gonna give it a B plus just for only having 3. If you had another one that was like even halfway decent, like I probably would give it an A. But yeah, we're gonna say B plus. And then pass catchers: Bowers, McBride, Rashee Rice, George Kittle. A lot of tight ends in there. And then Travis Hunter as a starter, technically here, just the way that it worked out. Because Travis Hunter is your starting wide receiver, I'm gonna say a B. If you had a better wide receiver in there, like that was a starter inside the top 11 rounds, I probably would have given it a B plus because of all the tight end premium action there. But we'll say a B. And IDP, Sherwood. That's someone I always forget about. Sherwood, Yvonne Pace, Joker from the Browns. Edrin Cooper and Dre Greenlaw. It's a very solid top 5. EJ Speed, Harold Landry, Davis Gaither, Jeremy Chin, Tavai, Dorian Williams. Yeah, it was very solid. I think I'm going B plus with the bench. Tavai is kind of the only one that I don't like. And my first time taking Hunter, didn't think he'd make it back. Yeah, definitely. And like, for sure. And really, it wasn't like that you got Hunter in the 11th. It's that you didn't get any other wide receiver anywhere in there besides Rice, but I see what you did. And I mean, I like your top, let's say top 9 rounds. I mean, I like to get Charbonnet later than that, but sometimes not possible. They do have a lot of injury marks. But one thing that I will say is last year, Joker from the Browns, number 1 IDP scorer on a point per game basis. And Dre Greenlaw, yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, he's gotten hurt the last couple years. So I still got to give it a B plus because, I mean, just all in all, just very, very solid all around. Where's the bench kicking at? Ricky P. Christian Kirk, Josh Palmer, McMillan, Algier, Sampson. I want to talk to Sampson. Rashad Bateman, Giddens, Pierce, and Wicks. I think that I'm going to give this a B minus because of a couple players that you got in there. So all in all, what's this shape out to? This shapes out to, I said, a B minus, and then a B plus, and then a B, and then a B plus, and then a B minus. Yeah, so this is going to be in the B minus range. And, I think this is an 86. Like that's where it's going to land for me, as an 86. Very solid. Could have done better in a couple spots, but very, very well-rounded team. That's for sure. Whew. All right, everybody, make sure you hang through the credits. I'm going to get these updated because I know a few people have couple people have signed up since. I feel like maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks, I'll get these updated depending on when we have new signups. Here we go. All right. Appreciate you guys. And we might be getting back to the IDP talk tomorrow. I'm not sure. I got to talk to Jordan. It was all based on his kids' soccer schedule or something. But if not, we'll get a draft going tomorrow as always. And yeah, we'll see you guys a little later. Peace out, peeps.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. night they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the